This is the G Talk Podcast, the podcast from young adults to young adults. You can find it on gtalkpodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe on the website, where you can find it on Spotify, Apple, and Podbean.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the G Talk Podcast. We are back.
In this thing.
Took a week off, but we back. A lot has happened since. We're now in the month of March. 2022 is kind of flying. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's already quarter one is almost over. But I got Veronica in the building.
Hey.
And I got my boy Chris in the building. Yeah, we're here on it's a decent Saturday. Weather's nice.
It feels amazing.
This is the first time this winter that it's been in the 70s. There's been a cold winter, to say the least. But we had a couple good conversations off mic. I just want to say, if you've been out, if you've been drinking, and someone offers you to just stay, sober up a little bit, definitely do that.
Take that now.
Take that offer.
Because that could be a decision that can literally cost you.
Like $5,000.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
And most importantly, hopefully you survive, but
yeah, facts.
Because it could ultimately cost your life. But
true.
Definitely, don't be too proud to decline help when it comes to that. Better safe than sorry.
Always.
Yeah. I know I would feel guilty if I offered someone to say, hey, just chill out, then drive when you feel better, and they refuse and then something happens. I will feel somewhat responsible. But at the end of the day, if you offered assistance and they declined it, then, the ball's kind of out of your court.
For sure.
So,
but
still though, you just kind of still feel bad because you wish you could have did more.
Yeah. Like I should have, what I
mean? But hindsight is always 20/20,
Exactly.
You can't make no grown person do nothing. So I'm gonna tell you this: you shouldn't feel guilty, even though I wasn't here for the entire conversation.
Yeah, but just I don't know. Just imagine if we were out and then I clearly saw that you was twisted, like you was drunk, and then you tell me, "Oh, I'm about to drive home," and I'm like, "Nah, you should probably just chill out here." And you're like, "Nah, I'm good." And then the next day, the worst happened to you. I would be like, damn, I should have did something about it. But
and I'm gonna be 100%. I would be like, don't feel bad, because I made that decision at the end of the day. I thought I was grown.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta admit when you're not okay.
Yeah.
And that's really the lesson to learn.
The first step is always acknowledging that know what, I'm not good to drive. Let me
or I feel okay, but you're right, because I've had friends be like, you're not leaving.
Yeah,
I've had to stay.
Yeah, I feel that.
Country.
But you appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is good.
No,
there's nothing wrong.
One time, I still ended up getting a ticket because I made a right on Dover in Clarksville. Damn. And didn't see the sign that says no right.
I know exactly what you're talking about. No right on red.
Yeah.
Only ticket I've ever gotten in life.
I got pulled over for that too, but I had a Memphis address on my license. I'm like, "Oh, sir, I'm not from around here. Excuse me." He let me go.
Davidson County. He did not give nobody's fuck at 4 a.m.
Damn.
I'm like, you can't even see the line. You can't see the sign. There's not a light on this corner.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Took the class. It's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to driving school. Look, I done went to driving school so many times to avoid plenty of tickets.
Not so many times.
Well, okay, when I say so many times, I mean maybe like 4.
Well, damn.
Right? You think it so many times, so many more than I thought.
All right, I'm thinking maybe 2.
Yeah, but 4. I mean, but I like to speed, right? When I'm sober. When I'm drunk, I'm on cruise control. Or not even drunk, when I have been drinking.
See,
I use cruise control.
I'm a safe driver.
I'm so confused. He is. Oh my God, it'd be the worst.
You can like people will go to sleep when I'm driving. Like that's how much they Trust me.
You concierge in this month.
Facts.
I'd be confused because the first time I got in the car with him, he didn't have no glasses on. When we came back,
but
he put on glasses. I was like, oh, wait, the fuck? You was just driving without glasses?
Well, straight vibes.
Well, first of all, it was during the daytime. That's the important thing.
Wait,
seeing that night.
You're not going to add back to my story.
Because literally on the back of my license, it says corrective lens needed. Like,
does it on the
Damn.
license?
oh yeah, I need to wear glasses. Glasses aren't.
I do too,
aren't
but they're
fashion
called
for-
contacts. I'm not
don't
sure
like
I've seen that
contacts.
on my license.
I never got into contacts. Glasses
like
are
contacts.
very easy. But anyway,
I love my contacts.
anywho,
I
I
work-
can't even tell I have them in.
Yeah.
but a lot has happened since the last podcast. We'll start for our news week. Well, Russia invaded Ukraine.
And deload that shit.
And this is it's still ongoing. And the latest update, President Putin says pretty much the sanctions against him and the Western allies is pretty much the same as declaring war. The Russian president says sanctions against his country are equivalent to a declaration of war as Moscow issues no-fly warning. So, it's kind of surreal that this is happening, but I mean, what are y'all thoughts on this whole situation?
I think it's more surreal that Ukraine is in the middle of a war, that they do not have the resources to fight and are still being racist to Africans and not letting them out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's what's like so mind-boggling, like more than just Russia trying to take some land, but like
also-
y'all got time to be racist.
Like, yeah, like we trying to run for our life. Yeah.
It's also
for
hilarious too that you would think that with Russia having more troops and resources that it would be like a quick takeover, but it ain't so quick.
Oh no, their men are staying behind, and they're like, "Yeah, we sent our wife and their children out, but we're gonna stay here and be like, bah."
Yeah, no, I mean
I'm gone too. Fuck that.
They have something to fight for, and sometimes it don't matter like the strength or the numbers. When people fight for and they have a valid reason, sometimes that can be more important than numbers or whatever's stacked against them when they have the will to fight.
Or you can reference like the revolution, like knowing your terrain and knowing your geography can be a deciding factor.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But so
prayers and thoughts, as they say on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Just hope that this situation doesn't end, as bad as we think it is. As a matter of fact, I think it was 2 days ago. It was a fire around like a nuclear plant over there. So
they took over a nuclear plant last night.
Yeah, so
and they're doing the most. When I seen they blew up the airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they're going after air, land, and sea. So they're bombing random cities. They got the land, air covered. Land, they're getting like air. They're getting all of the ways out of the country shut down, so that you're kind of forced to make a decision.
Yeah.
To save your people.
But it is interesting though, with these sanctions though, they've been removed from the SWIFT network. So essentially, the world is isolating them, monetarily as well. Mm-hmm. The price of their currency is going way down too. So it's going to be interesting on how it plays out over time.
It seems like it's almost working.
I mean,
because I was surprised to see Apple pull out. I was like, Apple?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, because think about if we were here, or like let's say America was doing something similar, then we get cut off from the rest of the world, and our dollar goes down, and next thing you know,
our dollar is always going down.
I mean, yeah. But
imagine that coupled with your internet being turned off.
Yeah. And, there's been reports that people, even in Russia, aren't supportive of it. So I'm just wondering how it's going to play out with them. It's been bank runs over there. The people are suffering because of this. So I just wonder over time, it might be an internal uprising too.
Yeah.
So.
And they're saying really the only way to end this is to take Putin out. I think I heard that on NBC.
Like take them out. Like
yeah, like I was like, this is daytime television, and y'all are talking about like just.
But real talk though,
taking
like just
people out. I was like, whoa, let me go back to work.
I ain't gonna lie, this
might be right though.
This whole situation, even just leading up to it, this real deal seems like a Call of Duty storyline. Like, oh, it's a pandemic. Oh, it's
for sure.
No, real talk.
Yeah.
If you just sit back and just look at how things played out, oh, we're in a global pandemic. You know, oh, Russia's mounting on the borders. Oh, Russia's invading, and then you would think like, what is going on? And this real deal is like a Call of Duty storyline type shit.
Nah, that shit was crazy because we were set to have like a regular summer, like at least.
Yeah. I'm still gonna have me a regular summer. I don't know what the fuck you mean.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. Hey, really though, speaking of this whole war thing, like, you know, they're attacking data too. Yeah. So, you know, they're doing a lot of cybersecurity attacks. A lot of people have been hacking digital content. So just make sure you pay attention to that. You know, there's a lot of passwords that I've had that have been compromised, or all these spam emails or spam calls. Like, that stuff's not by coincidence.
Yeah. In other news, more, you know, lighter news, President Biden, he has nominated Ketanji Brown to be the next to replace Justice Breyer on the Supreme Court. So she'll be the first African American woman. So
if she,
I mean, there's been reports that she's gotten bipartisan support. So I mean, you might have a few.
She does, but the question is, does she have enough?
You have a few who might give her a hard time, but I mean, because honestly,
did you see that they're asking for her LSAT score to be published?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Really?
Yes, it's to me it's just so trivial. Like, clearly she's graduated with her law degree. Why does it matter what her LSAT score was to get her into law school?
Yeah, that's whack.
It's a little trivial.
I like
of
that
course it was a white man who asked that.
No, you come on now. You know what's up.
Yeah, so the confirmation hearings for the Supreme Court nomination of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson will begin on March 21st.
And she's also been Congress approved, right? She's already gone through this process, if I remember correctly. I didn't bring my notes because I didn't want to be made fun of like the other girl.
Shout out to Chandler. Yeah, because Chandler really like typed out notes and printed it and brought it to the pod. I was like, dang, you was super prepared.
I had a Garrison moment and I had written them out. And I don't read my own writing that well.
Slow. But so yeah. The hearings will begin March 21st. So
shout out to her for wearing her locks.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I like that.
Correct.
Yeah. Authentic to herself.
So yeah, Biden kept his promise.
We'll see. Now run them student loans, Joe.
Correct. Yeah. Keep another, like, because like while I'm here for keeping your campaign promises, this is the first one that he's kept so far. Run me my student loans back.
I mean, look, just be patient.
We ain't that much, but like still running.
No, facts. I don't want to pay it.
Just be patient. I'm telling you, just be patient. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep sitting on this
everything that is happening in the world. Could you imagine being president right now? Just
yes, I could.
Actually, I couldn't.
I could.
I'll be sick of everybody. I'm like, leave me alone.
You got a whole team though, bro. You got like a literally
correct.
You just gotta delegate, bro. You gotta just make sure that your team is getting the shit done. You gotta hold them accountable, and you don't have to do everything. You don't.
I think like I definitely think it's for a younger man, which I feel like you've talked about before. It's not that the Constitution needs to change to where someone slightly younger could run, because being president does take time off of your life, and he's kind of already at the end.
I think that they do need to have a cap age wise.
Yeah,
like bro. If you're 70 or 80, you really don't give a damn about what's going on.
But my thing is like, if you cap someone 70 or 80 off, you don't have a large window to run for president,
and that's okay because change happens every day. So if you're talking about 4 or 8 years,
I'm just saying they need to move it a little lower down. Waiting until somebody's in their midlife age range to be able to run is, for me, it's unfathomable considering how little life they had when they made that law.
Okay, so what would you, if you had to change the rule, what would you bring it down to?
I probably wouldn't bring it down past 35.
So then, what you mean? You said
that's a whole.
What you mean, like
that's a whole decade.
You talking about like the?
It's 35 right now, though, isn't it?
No, it's like 46, I believe. 45, I believe.
What, to run for president?
Yeah.
I thought you had 35. Is it what is the age?
45.
Let's look it up.
Google is free.
Google
now.
is so free.
For now. Yeah, I don't know, man. If they start charging for Twitter,
y'all don't judge me if that's wrong. In fact, Garrison edit this shit if it's wrong.
No, I mean I could be wrong.
Got a whole degree in political science. Don't quite remember.
But anyway,
okay, 35. Yeah, it's 35.
While she's searching for that, what was 35?
At least according to USA.gov, yeah.
Okay.
It's 35.
All right.
Oh, well, how come younger people don't run?
Because
you're not gonna get elected because they're gonna throw your age at you and say you don't have enough life experience to run the world.
Oh no, you're right. 35 is what I found.
And plus, I've mentioned this before, but older people run this country.
Hey,
because they have the financial resources.
Exactly. They run the country.
Fuck this.
Hey, side note: the only reason why I know it's 35 was because one day I seen they were like, the minimum age is 35 to run for president. You know who just turned 35? And it was a picture of Gucci. So
it's Gucci.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Whenever Gucci turned 35, that's when I was like, okay. That's what made me remember.
I might run in 4 years.
I'm about to say,
pull a Kanye.
I was like, because Gucci is
Kanye going through it.
Because Gucci's like 40 now.
Yeah, it was a while ago that I seen it, but
yeah,
I'm like, damn, that shit funny. What if Gucci ran for president and then Kanye did it? So
yeah. But you know what's crazy though? When I voted,
hey, come on with the ad libs.
When I
Garrison, do it again.
No,
come on,
we not finna just pass through that.
When I voted,
my boy Garrison,
and Gucci's my favorite rapper, by the way.
But the ad libs.
But when I voted, I still couldn't believe I seen Kanye West like as a selection. I was like, yo, this man really.
No comment.
Like he really was on the ballot.
So, realistically, could you have seen Kanye winning?
No.
I mean, not realistically.
I think it's a hard no for me.
I don't think that because a lot of people were saying, okay, if every black person voted for Ye, with the following that he has with other white people,
he still will have lost.
That he probably could have won, but I think that electoral college shit would have probably slided him on why he wouldn't have won. But from a popular vote,
he wouldn't have carried the states to win. He could have possibly gotten a popular vote.
Yeah.
But like based off of black people and the way that they've moved the maps for black people to vote, he could not have won.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that didn't even go into effect just yet. So
I'm not talking about the newest moves.
Oh, you're talking about
I'm not even talking about Tennessee. Never mind. I'm not Marissa. You had Marissa on to do that. Shout out to Marissa King.
The Florida legislature has passed a bill that bans abortions after 15 weeks. I'm telling you, look, y'all gotta be y'all have to be conscious of the wait, hold up. Y'all gotta be conscious of the states that y'all want to move to,
right?
And be aware of the laws.
And live your best life. Hot girl summer.
People love Texas, but Texas got some wild laws.
You can't even buy liquor on Sundays at the liquor store. First of all, that's my problem.
So in Texas, there's some sort of custodial law where if you have a child with someone, and depending on their, the type of custody with the child, you can't leave the state.
That's most states.
Well, yeah. Imagine being stuck in a state because
you had
a child with somebody.
The person that you had a child with will not let you leave.
Yep.
That is most states.
Yep. You just got to sue her or him.
No, because you've already probably more than likely at this point you've already created a parenting plan. That parenting plan involves a certain mileage range, which prevents you from being able to move outside that mileage range. Don't have children with people you can't.
Imagine if you can't leave.
I'm sorry, that got real mumbly.
Imagine
don't have children with people that you can't parent with.
Imagine,
facts.
You live in a state where your support system, or you don't live in a state where your support system is, but you're stuck in another state where it's not.
No, it's rough. But see, that's why I tell a lot of people, because I have a kid. She's 8. Yeah, you know,
it's a cute age.
Right now, it's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
You got about 4 years until it gets bad.
Well, you know, kids these days are advancing faster. You know, they're.
Well, I would pray that you got 4 years before it gets bad.
No, you know, I've been doing a lot of research on like these new age children. Like, you know,
does she have an iPhone already?
Of course, but see,
she has an iPhone or
I
iPad?
didn't purchase. She's got both.
Oh,
so, but you know how it is. Family, you know, family likes to spoil people's children, right? So, like for me, I'm like, nah, she don't need that. But you know, everyone's gonna buy it. Like if it's her stuff. So, kids these days, they're getting their periods faster. You know, little boys are like hitting puberty sooner. I mean, it's reports now that you can get it as early as like 10. 9, they're just seeing.
I would hate to have been that girl.
So, you know, but think about it. We were kind of raised by like primitive people, right? Like our parents didn't really have a lot of use of technology. So like we weren't raised in like the super digital new age fast living lifestyle either. We were just young.
How old are you?
But what I'm saying, I'm 30, right? But you got,
me too.
Yeah, so think about like our parents were definitely not like techno wizards. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're not.
I remember being very young, getting up my first computer.
Yeah, but you were young enough to embrace the change.
Well, I mean, I didn't buy it myself.
Yeah, I'm not saying that our parents are like, oh, I'm never going to touch a piece of technology ever. But like, it wasn't common.
It was the word primitive that kind of made me like,
I mean,
primitive. My grandparents were maybe primitive.
I'm talking about in a grand scale.
You know, well, depending on, because, you know, the people's parents' age varies, but you know,
for sure.
Hell, my mom was born in 1960, so
yeah.
Did you see? I tweeted my great aunt's age for you last week.
Oh, I didn't even notice. How old is she?
95. She just had her 95th birthday.
Damn.
That's what's up. What's up? Shout out to longevity.
Yeah,
but you got to also think about.
We had it on Zoom. Well, not Zoom. Something like Zoom. It was bootlegged, but I tweeted that just for Garrison.
I feel that. Okay, go ahead, Garrison.
Yeah, we'll look back on that, but just Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is poised on a law.
Oh yeah,
into law a bill that would ban most abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy.
Can we talk about
allowing for exceptions involving serious risks to a pregnant person and a fatal abnormality, but with no exceptions for rape or incest?
That's rough.
Okay, so obviously the no exceptions is an issue, but as a female, I would like to propose the idea of 15 weeks is a long time to wait to make that decision.
I kind of see what you're saying. I'm not a woman, so I have no dog in this fight.
And also, I remember we talked about it too, how men really need to, you know, be on birth control as well.
If there was,
well, you know, you can get a vasectomy.
You can. So the fact that it's reversible, I get it.
You know, and plus, you know, sometimes we gotta.
It's not as hard on your body as it would be on a female's body.
Birth control is terrible on women's bodies for sure. I do.
And
agree
plus,
with that.
you know, it's
I agree.
You know, for if men were to cut off the faucet, essentially, it'll be.
I'm sorry.
This politically correct ass word.
I'm just saying, cut off the faucet.
I'm not sure enough for that.
I mean, I think it would prevent all these accidental pregnancies. And,
for sure.
You know, because
for sure.
Friends, would you be willing to cut off your faucet temporarily?
If I really didn't plan on having children, I mean, I would consider it.
I would think about it, but I'm be real with you. I probably wouldn't do it. Yeah. Just the fact of me knowing that's what I'm gonna do. Me
personally, I'm a careful individual though. Yeah. Like I've never had a pregnancy scare
that you know of.
That I know of.
I feel you.
So
this was my first one, but it wasn't a scare.
And plus, you know,
that shit happened. Yeah.
And look, I believe in a 90-10 rule. 90% of life you control, 10% you can't. And a lot of times
you control life.
Folks be shocked with someone pregnant, but you shot the club. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's pregnant. I'm like, nigga, what you expect?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. People gotta just be more, you know, accountable for their own actions, man, and stop acting shocked when stuff happens.
What I also want to say is that I actually know a woman that did not know she was pregnant until she was in labor.
We all know a woman who did not know that they were pregnant until they were
having the baby, like
in labor, in active labor.
Yeah, and I'm
confused.
Like, yeah, that's crazy. So I mean, I don't understand how that works.
There was like you can't use that as an example.
How did that happen?
Because there was no.
We'll
get that individual on your pod. I'll schedule that.
I'm just confused. Because if you don't know, what if that
there
person,
was nothing that they could do.
But like,
right?
but what if that person indulged in alcoholic beverages, X, Y, and Z, and
we was at Lyme like 3 weeks before she gave birth.
Oh,
baby came out completely normal by the grace of God. She's a genius.
Yeah. So that's what when you start talking about like limiting at 15 weeks. Let's just be honest, bro. The body does weird things like. If a woman didn't even know she's pregnant,
so it's the exceptions that give me pause, right? As a woman,
is that an exception? Like what? I thought the exception was just for abnormalities and like fatal to the mom.
There are none.
Well, it says
there weren't any listed.
Well, so I mean, they didn't list.
They
didn't list like exactly.
You said with not being exempted.
It says allowing only for exceptions involving serious risks, and that's in quotes to the pregnant person. And fetal abnormality, but with no exceptions for.
So essentially, if carrying the child to term will kill the woman, which has to be medically established by more than one doctor, and then an abnormality that would be like
the baby was born with like no brain or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's oh my God. I was going to name that disease, but. That's exactly what I was thinking in my brain.
So I studied
my brain. I don't like it.
I studied child development.
Just met. Don't do it.
Hey, no, look. I studied child development in school, man. I like to learn a lot, right? So I learned a lot about that because I think it's interesting. But I don't know, man. I feel like a bunch of men sitting around making these decisions about women, bro. That's weird, bro.
Yeah,
like
same.
I'm not a woman. I don't have a menstruation or menstrual cycle. So like,
you should
why
thank
am I
God for that?
Oh no, I thank God every day that I'm not a woman for sure, because y'all have to have the child. 100%. That's all on y'all for sure.
Yeah, that's a topic down the line that we're gonna talk about too.
But I do think 15 weeks does give you enough time to find out that you're pregnant.
Because that's almost like 4 months.
To make a decision.
Yeah, you're in the early stages of your second trimester.
Correct.
Yeah,
you've gone through your first trimester, so the average woman should know by then. And I don't. Well, obviously, I disagree with the law. I think it's not so far off for the state.
Yeah.
And that I'm a big proponent of learning the laws before you move to a state. Like, I would love to live in Texas. Guess what? Texas has laws that I could not live under. Therefore, guess who will not be living in Texas? That's right, this girl right here.
I feel that. It's better than a heartbeat bill. I'll tell you that.
It's actually better than Tennessee's law.
That heartbeat. You know, isn't Tennessee's the heartbeat bill? Where like once you detect,
no,
you can't. Whose is that?
So Tennessee's laws are actually very municipal, which means that they're city regioned instead of being a statewide law. Mm-hmm. So you can't necessarily get an abortion in Davidson County, but you could drive 3 hours to Shelby and get one.
With you. Shout out to Memphis too, though.
No,
I'm not even saying about that. I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm saying shout out to Memphis just in general. No. Let me be clear. I'm not saying shout out to Memphis so you can have your abortion. On your chip. I'm not saying shout out to Memphis so you got your abortion. I'm just saying shout out to Memphis. I was raised in Memphis, and I think we just a swagged out city. Although it's dangerous, it's fuck.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time in Memphis. Am I moving back? Hell to the no. But
I like Memphis except for the time I was there Labor Day weekend 2020 and it was a shootout. Or it was a shooting at the hotel I was at. I was like, what the hell?
I've been in Memphis and heard so much shooting.
But I was in Cordova though.
Correct.
Bro, that shit.
It's over the nice side.
Cordova is being taken over.
You can get it anywhere. And that's the thing.
You can get
that's
it.
Why Hey, look.
Pause.
That's why I back up into all my spots. Anybody that know me, I back into every single spot because as a young nigga, as a young man, we used to go to the club. We used to go to the club back in the day. Level 2, Premier was the same club. Senses. Man, these clothes was fire back in the day. But anyway, we would go there even like when them no ID required parties. Fat ass parking lot.
No ID required, the fuck?
Yeah, Memphis used to have no ID required parties. So we used to be in the club at like 16, 17, shaking it. So the nightlife in Memphis for sure was definitely like turned up back in the day. But niggas would be shooting. So you had a plan like, hey, bro, if you're not at the car, by the time the driver gets to the car, run to a safe location and call us. We'll come get you. But you don't want to be the nigga trying to back up, asking for permission to leave.
Right, exactly.
So that's when I learned, look, you got to snatch off. So to this day.
Well, one, I back up because it's like a alpha theta thing, but also two.
Oh, wait, is it?
For the similar reason, I mean, not.
Y'all fancy.
And it's easier to actually, it's like actually easier to leave. It's so easy to leave. Because I don't
pull off.
I don't like to back up and like, oh, hold up, let me.
You got to inch a little bit. Is someone coming? Someone
like,
let me tell you, I'd rather take the time to come in and then to take the time to leave.
Yeah. Because when I'm ready to go, skirt. Right. But
it's also the way I was like, I have no explanation. Like I can't tell you why I back in, but like my friends will tell you, I back in everywhere.
It's just better. It's just a better way.
I parallel park to the point where like I can just skirt out. Like, you know, some people parallel where they're like, okay, I'm going to scoot back a little bit and then I'm going to cut out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't care.
I got to be able to just skirt.
I don't care about the car behind me at all. I just need no space. I'm not saying I'm going to hit the car, but my worry is how far am I from the car in front of me so I can whip my wheel and just take off.
Correct. It's funny because when I used to have a roommate, shout out to Jeremiah, because Jeremiah backed in all the time, but if Jeremiah pulled in forward, I'm like, oh, this nigga had a good night.
The worst thing is,
bro, that shit take a lot of coordination. When
you like, you know what? Let me just pull in and
I can't recall a time I've been drunk enough to where I didn't either back in or at my house. It's a big backyard, so either I like whip it around and just pull my car where it can like turn out instead of backing in. Sometimes I park in the grass.
Nah, sometimes
my granny hate that shit.
If I get that lit, hey, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll worry about that tomorrow. I'm
not pulling in nowhere.
I'm safe. I'm cool.
Right.
I'll worry about that.
I don't even pull into the grass.
Yeah. Nah. All right, but just to wrap up the news week, the MLB lockout is still going on. They've actually canceled opening day games.
Good for them.
I'm pissed. Yeah. But this whole thing boiled down to money. The MLB Players Association and
I like what they arguing about.
Yeah. And you know, honestly, the minor leagues, the minor leaguers, they're living worse than like college students.
Yeah,
no comment.
Yeah. Like it's probably like eight players in like a 4-bedroom apartment or 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, but they're not making money.
Yeah, and they're eating some clubs are eating leftover stadium food.
I'm keeping 100. I know some people who play for the Sounds who can't afford to live in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah,
it's
crazy,
believe it. But they exploit them folks, bro.
Yeah, and they were saying on I listened to the Baseball Tonight podcast, and this one guy was like, you know, you go from, you know, college, you know, you go from playing in like Omaha, 30,000 people, you like larger than life. Then you go to playing in the middle of nowhere, and it's like 10 people in the crowd, and you know,
you're not making
and then the food is terrible, and
that's whack.
The fact that they don't. The big issue is that their food isn't always sufficient, because when you're an athlete, you need certain foods to be healthy, living conditions, so you could perform better. Because if you don't,
premium fuel.
Imagine you eating like high school lunch food and you expect to be a pro.
Like, I played college football. I understand, bro. Yeah. We didn't really have the best food either. So like, that shit
it's important. Imagine you about to go to the league
and you eating
bologna sandwiches, leftover hot dogs, and
popcorn.
Right.
Come on, dog. Hey man, pay them folks, man. MLB salaries, bro. These folks getting 20-year contracts,
and all the money's guaranteed.
Million. Come on.
Well, dog. I'm saying, like,
bro, you can pay.
Yes,
they
everybody.
get paid, but their insurance is also super high.
I mean, but
is that too much of a personal issue?
What type of insurance?
You talking about with bodily? I mean, you're bound to get hurt.
Because when you rely on your body to make income, you have to insure it in a different type of way than you and I do. Like, we have our regular life insurance in case we die. And then we have health insurance.
Yeah.
There's an additional insurance when you play sports.
Yeah, you insure your body, but at the same time, the clubs are making so much money. Like, look at have you seen some of these MLB contracts?
And they're all guaranteed.
Shout out to Mookie.
Yeah, my boy. Who would have known a little black man from Nashville to be the best player
from my alma mater?
Yeah. Like, come on.
Who's a year younger than me.
Hey, he cool. I've met him a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? He's real cool with Andrew. And,
yeah. Your profile.
My profile, Andrew.
It's like one of the besties.
Yeah,
I'm more cool with people who we know too. It's been several times where I was supposed to.
He just slide that in.
Supposed to like. No,
you saw how I slid.
It's been several times where I was supposed to meet him, but like he wasn't there or I didn't show. I was like, fuck.
So like I never like had a plan to meet Mookie. Mookie would just like pull up with Drew, or like he'll be at one of our parties. But like
he moves in the city like he's still from the city, and I appreciate that.
And we was in Clarksville, you know, we back at Austin P, and he just real cool, like, and he was popping then. I think he was still in Boston, and like for all the hype he had, he was just chilling, like,
and
real cool guy.
Also,
you know?
I'm gonna tell you this: whenever I've seen him since he moved, like since he left in the city, it's been on some like chill. Oh, it's everybody from high school shit here.
Yeah, he just kicking it. Yeah,
and also he could do that too because he's a baseball player.
Yeah,
correct. And there's so many of them that you just don't.
And honestly,
in Nashville, you can't be like.
But also, since Nashville is a white city, I'm sure if he goes to like a white spot, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you're Mookie Betts."
Yeah.
Versus he can go to Minerva.
And literally be
like, yo, watch out, get out the way.
Yeah.
But to me, since I'm a baseball, I'm like, oh shit, that's Mookie Betts. This nigga won the American League MVP. This nigga got 2 rings. Like, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been places where I'm like just sitting and Mookie's come in. I'd be like, oh, okay. And the people around me have been like, oh my God, is that Mookie? Is that Mookie? I'm like, let me go get my high school, let me go get my yearbook. Yeah. And show you who Mookie really is.
See, me, I'll be a little starstruck because I'm a real big fan of the MLB, so I'm just like, oh shit, this
right. Like I only get it secondhand. Yeah. Like I've been told he's a great player. I don't necessarily
but like
no, he's great.
You got to realize this man won the American League MVP.
This man, but what does that really mean?
That means he's the best.
He's like the LeBron.
Not to be
he was like the LeBron James.
I don't understand what that means.
He's like the LeBron James of the American League. So you got 30 teams, and you got the National League, and you got the American League, but he was the best player
in either league.
Well, in the American League because he played for the Red Sox at the time, but it's so many players in the MLB, and like this man was the best. Yeah, you like yo.
Oh well, shout out to Mookie. You better be the best.
Not like this man is doing his thing. Like
I mean, you know,
crazy.
I mean, like he's got 2 teams, 2 rings.
Nah, but it's even deeper than just the rings, like and the stats, and the stat lines this man's putting up.
Like
and he's
if you watch ESPN,
and also he's black.
Yeah, he black.
He's black.
So like when you think about like you know how they
from Nashville,
ESPN puts LeBron on everything, right?
Correct.
Or all the stars.
Well, it's not that
they put
that he's comparing it to a sport that I actually really know.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm putting it into like terms for you, right? So like if you see online or the Lakers aren't really that relevant this year. Let's keep real.
Correct. But if LeBron wasn't on the Lakers wouldn't be.
Yeah, but like Bron and them are everywhere on ESPN, right? Mookie was on winning teams, but he was the like, oh, look at what Mookie did this game. Check at this like ridiculous catch. Look at this throw. Like Mookie was like balling out. I'm
not gonna lie, I do have ESPN set to give me notifications on Mookie because we went to high school together. But like, I really don't be understanding the notifications.
He's doing his thing.
Good for him.
I don't personally know Mookie. I've just met him a few times. But what I'm saying is that man is doing his thing. Like shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
and he bowls really well.
Yeah, I mean, it's
that's what used to take me out. Like was when he was on the bowling team. I'd be like, damn, how you bowl so well?
Yeah.
I seen that.
But yeah. But anyway, also too, softball season coming up. For those who know, I play for Mid-State Sports League, and
intersection.
You know, we play from March to October every year. So softball season starting next Sunday.
I'm taking Mariah's spot and bringing like a 12-pack of beer just to sit and watch because I don't give nobody's about baseball. But I love sitting outside when I can sit on like. Not in the grass, and so I'm here.
Yep,
I might even make you a sign
every Sunday,
whichever.
Every Sunday, but we'll be right back with Veronica's Mardi Gras recap. So stay tuned. All right, we're back. Veronica, tell us about your Mardi Gras experience.
Yo, I was not prepared. I was not prepared.
And New Orleans is like one of my favorite cities.
I came home with quite a few beads.
I'm sure you did.
How'd you got some beads?
Of course.
How'd you get the beads?
How do you think I got the beads?
I know some squares who went one time. They just asked for them.
Hey, bro, some girls did that to me.
I'm not gonna lie. That's how I got my favorite beads. I just asked for them.
Exactly.
Some girls did that to me. I was like,
it's like less up theatrical. It's like, can I get some beads? All right, here you go.
Yeah, I said, I'm sorry.
Swear to God, I tweeted the fact that I got big beads. I literally just walked up to the floor and was like, "Can I have the big ones?"
Hey,
and they were like, where you from? You don't talk like you from here. I'm not. I came from Nashville. But can I get those big beads though?
No, they asked me for the big. We had these fat. I'm talking about fat beads. Super, just.
You been to
King Kong bead?
Mardi Gras?
Yeah, twice.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna tell you, I'm typically an ass man, right? I love the booty. Mardi Gras created a new appreciation for titties. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have a newfound appreciation for titties after I went to Mardi Gras. The first time. The second time confirmed it.
So what years did you go?
I went, I think I went 20, I did like 2017, 2018, I believe. Them 2 years, or 2018, 20, I think it was like 16, 17 or 16, 18.
You know, it's funny because like the 20-teen years they kind of run together now.
Man, facts.
You were like, wait, was that in 2017?
Bro, we lived so much life. Let me see. Hey, them with the black and gold joints. Yeah. Them black and gold joints we had, look. Mardi Gras was lit.
So what all did y'all do down there at Mardi Gras?
Okay. So we left in the middle of the night and was able to drive straight to New Orleans and check in.
Wait, y'all drove?
Yes.
Why didn't y'all fly?
We drove to New Orleans. It's a part.
I was not in charge.
Dog, that's like 8 hours, dog.
No, it was
7.5.
It was 6.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is not that far.
Is Mardi Gras in New Orleans?
New Orleans.
I swear to God, we left Murfreesboro at like 1:30 something a.m. and was checked in and in my hotel by 10 something a.m.
Yeah, real talk. Mardi Gras ain't the farthest.
And we stopped a few times. Like, it didn't take long to get there.
It didn't?
No. It's not. It's really not. It was a straight shot.
We took a nap. We took a shower, and then was out by. We was in New Orleans in these streets by 3 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Had my first daiquiri. Well, not my first daiquiri ever in life, but I had my first daiquiri down there. It was like a double whammy because it was also my first time in the city.
I'm looking at the map now. It's 7 hours and 45 minutes.
I'm telling you, swear to God, I would not lie to you.
What are you saying right now?
It took him like 6 hours and
was he in like 100?
Minutes.
Them same beans. I tell you, look, them was them.
Come on, Twinsy.
I'm telling you, them was the same. And then it was crazy because like I didn't realize I had a map shirt on. I was like, you should be here. I pinned the little like New Orleans on the shirt. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you should be here.
I'm not sure I have any pictures other than that video of me in those beads because them beads was itching my neck, and I can't do fake jewelry.
This is how we did it. And look at the picture.
That's what we did.
Yeah, we was bossed up. So yeah, go back to your story.
What would you rate your experience overall on a scale of 1 to 10?
You'll have to hear Totally Judging for the unedited version.
Oh yeah, shout out to Veronica too. I was on her 50th podcast episode.
It was so exciting. Okay, nonetheless, that's actually coming out the day after this airs. So,
we recorded like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I had to edit two recordings together.
No, well, still, it shouldn't take that long.
I was out of town.
But that was like,
I actually edit.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yes, but I remove things and move things in new places.
Okay.
Like, you're not gonna recognize it when you hear it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bitch got skills. But yes, it was an experience that I think people should experience, for a lack of
I've always wanted to go.
Turn of phrase. Let's go next year.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and book an Airbnb. Because that's the move.
I'm more of a hotel guy.
I love.
Hey,
I'm
Airbnb,
a hotel bitch.
Airbnb falling off.
Let me tell you, I'm a hotel ass bitch. But one of the persons that I went with, their sibling who's also from there, got Airbnb, and it was the most conveniently placed shit I've ever been to. It's like coming to Nashville and like the goal being Broadway, Lower Broad, aka Bourbon Street, and being off of Second.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When you think of that, like traffic wise.
But if both cost similar prices, then I'll probably go to the hotel.
Correct.
And when I went to New Orleans last for my birthday, it was my first birthday trip. We
gotta do a bigger trip this year.
We stayed right off Canal, and
we can walk in Scott. We stayed in Scott.
We could literally walk to Bourbon Street.
You could.
It was like 3 minutes away, so we was like right there. So
we parked on Canal and walked over. We went to a night parade on Canal. It was lit.
Yeah.
And I found this new appreciation for our alma mater. Hearing other bands in real life play neck now makes me physically cringe, and I didn't know that before.
Well, I mean, this bunch of neck has the most variations ever.
I mean, like my high school band plays neck.
Yeah, and everybody's variations.
But like hearing Alcorn play neck physically made me cringe.
Neck.
Day one.
Where's neck?
Boom. Boom.
You know,
you ain't gonna let me have my dramatic moment.
Yeah,
but boom, 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 da, da, da.
Oh, okay. All right, so y'all, I went to.
He sped up my dramatic moment.
Side note.
I mean, first of all, you like bomb.
That's my favorite part.
It was like a,
but that's for the major rest.
And it was like a long ass.
Yeah, they going in. Yeah, they gotta set it up. Hey, but look, I went to a PWI, so we was listening to that standard shit, the NCAA music.
Yeah.
When you NCAA college football 2014.
Yeah.
They
was probably playing ESPN.
No, but I went to Overton. So Overton, the high school in Nashville, not the Memphis one.
I sure was about to say.
They did orchestra music. They were known for like orchestra band. And so like
or core style. Yeah.
Cringeworthy, but like our stands would be like neck, and my mother swear to God, this is how I knew it was called neck. Before like the East Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, is that their name? East Side Boys.
Yeah.
Atlanta? Okay. Before they came out with the talking outside your neck, but it's the same song. My mother would be at my high school games like, "You're talking outside your neck." Boom. I'd be like, Vanessa, calm down. But then I found out it's actually
the original song is by Cameo. Came out like in
Cameo?
Yeah, Cameo made neck.
No way.
Yeah, you never heard the original?
Not in real life. Not like by Cameo. I've heard the original by bands.
Well, the band had to get it from somewhere.
Correct, but still.
Well, I guess that's since I was in the band. I always listen to the original. I'm like, okay, this is the song we played. So
I don't even think that's on Oreo's playlist. It's my favorite homecoming playlist.
Any upcoming trips y'all got this year?
Yes, I'm going to Aruba.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
That's lit.
And I'm going to Jamaica.
Oh, yeah, you on the move. I like that.
Trying.
As a matter of fact, I have enough points.
Trying to get yours.
I'm going to Boston for my birthday.
Oh, what?
Boston's cool.
My cousin, shout out to Marcus, Desiree, having a baby shower. So
that's cute.
Last time I was in Boston, it was in 2020, and it was a good time.
Y'all hear that, G Talk family? Let's go to Boston for Garrison's birthday. Was up in
Beantown, and I recorded up there.
Cool with Boston. I like it.
I've never been. Let's go.
Boston, yeah, I stayed in Harvard Square. It's cool out there.
So yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for my birthday.
Imitate the accent. I'm going to Boston.
Yeah,
you sound nothing like them niggas.
All right, but yeah, I'm going to Boston. Actually, it was just prompt. Like my cousin just told me this week, so And I didn't really have any solid plans for my birthday, so I was like, might as well.
So the podcast, we're going to Boston, y'all. Let's go.
And I got no points to get a free flight, so.
Facts.
I would say who? Cheers, but.
With who?
What you mean?
Like, who's the flight through?
The one I saw was through like Delta. So.
Hey, okay. Which card you got?
The premium.
The
black joint.
Oh, you talking about the Bank of America joint?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that joint hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Mardi Gras was lit. I did not flash my titties to get any of my beads, in case y'all were wondering.
Okay, I got it. You didn't show them at all.
Did any of your friends do it?
Nah, we ain't talking about a friend. We talking about you. You didn't show them things at all.
You don't believe me?
It's not that I don't believe you.
I came home with 22 beads.
I believe you. I'm just asking. You didn't.
I came home with 22 beads.
The question is, would you though?
She did. Stop putting I ain't giving you no beads unless I see them things. Look, it's Mardi Gras. Come on now, let's be honest.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
You know,
there was a set of beads that lit up that was just fire shit that I really wanted. He was like, "Now you gotta show your titties, get them." And then I was like, "Oh no, we on Bourbon Street. I'm out. I'll wait for the parade. Fuck you."
So the answer is no, you wouldn't.
I would have if circumstances were different and I wasn't with a female who had their boyfriend there.
You didn't want him to see him?
Oh, for sure not.
He couldn't just turn around or nothing?
I'm just not.
Well, I would imagine that environment, everybody's lit. I don't think he, like...
I was not drunk enough to do shit. Okay,
yeah, I mean,
call Garrison.
I'm just thinking of, like... that situation, like I don't think someone would be like, "Oh my gosh, she's so titties," and my boyfriend. I'm thinking niggas lit, and I don't know.
I don't know. See, I just never got to that level of drunkenness to where I wasn't aware of who I was with.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Mardi Gras though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's from the
city.
You're
there to see them titties.
He was like, he wouldn't have cared, but like, nah, I don't want your man to see my titties.
I'm sorry,
especially when the way they do.
There's no way.
You see how I tried to move on from the subject and didn't have no more words.
There's no way nobody got to see them things. That's crazy. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we had a song. Me and Drew, matter of fact. You see, well, hold on. No, look. So you saw them bees that we had on. It was me, Drew, and my nigga Matt. Right? We had a little song.
Wait, light skin Matt?
Nah, my line brother Matt.
Not you trying to figure out who Matt is.
Yeah, I know. You don't know Matt. Maybe
I know Andrew has like a good friend named Matt.
Yeah, no, not him. My line brother, but Matt from the city.
Shout out to Andrew.
Yeah, shout out to
him and his wife are cute together.
Yeah, they doing their thing. I like them.
I was wondering where my invitation was. I'm joking.
But no, like we had a whole chant, a whole song, and everything. Like we didn't give no beads unless we seen her titties. Right?
Yo,
so
I'm not gonna lie.
It's wild to me that like if
my
you're like I got all these Bourbon, beats, there's no way I didn't.
My
see
second
them.
night on Bourbon, shit was reversed. I'm standing up on a second level balcony, and niggas is throwing shit up at me, like just trying to get me to show something. I'm like,
so you stingy with the areolas.
Wait, you got these now? You want to just like prove a point?
I got a whole thing. I still got my Mardi Gras beads on my lampshade right now.
Not on the lampshade.
Yeah, so you know they was giving out free.
Mine are in a trash bag.
Where did Mardi Gras originate from?
So Mardi Gras originates from Carnival.
Mobile, Alabama.
No, Carnival.
No.
Carnival.
Carnival as far as like the Caribbean?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't what I was really asking. Like, where did it originate?
How you gonna get mad at me for answering the question? Like, do you want to, like, I took images of museum shit.
Well, nah, it was, it had something to do with Mobile, Alabama type shit, because it's right there.
Okay.
But anywho, you got any trips coming up? Yeah, here, go right here.
Okay, anybody else go? Like, because I'm super excited for Aruba. Garrison, you want to go to Aruba at the end of June?
End of June?
I'm looking for a roommate so that I don't have to pay so much.
I feel you.
Nah, I won't be able to make it.
So, I am going to...
So, yeah,
I just got back from Seattle.
Oh, you were just in Houston and Seattle?
So I went to Seattle 3 weeks ago.
Damn.
My line brother lived out there. We was going. So he actually used to live in Japan.
Like you, my boy.
So no, look though. So he used to live in Japan, him and his wife. And I was upset because we were planning a trip to go out there. We was going to go from Japan, fly to Tokyo. They have like this life-size Mario Kart, right? You get in the outfit and drive the carts and shit. You know, niggas, the plan did not happen. It was down to me and somebody else. We was the only two serious ones going. We ended up not going because I'm like, okay, let's make it a trip, a bro trip type deal. It didn't happen. So I regret that every single time because now they back in the States. So he moved to Seattle. I'm like, I haven't seen him in 5 years, so I'm gonna go pull up on him and his wife. So we went to Seattle. We was snowboarding. First time ever.
Yeah, I went snowboarding up in Vancouver.
Bro, it's cool.
I'm away
Were
from
you good at it?
to try that shit.
Bro, that shit is way harder and scarier than this shit looks.
I want to try it.
So
it's like butter. It's like as soon as you go forward,
you just start going. You just
see. You gotta sit from
steer.
side to side, and even that shit is hard because you gotta have your balance and just go down the slope like this.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. We watched about 15.
So you're saying skiing would be more Veronica's speed.
What they say, skiing is easier to initially get, but it's harder to overall master. Snowboarding is harder to just be normal at.
I've got the straight legs and then the V.
It's
my name starts with a V. So
pizza and the sticks or something. Pizza sticks or fries. Correct. Pizza and fries, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's harder to like initially learn snowboarding, but it's easier to master. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck it. I used to play 1080 on the Nintendo 64. Them niggas snowboarding and shit.
I used to play SSX Tricky all the time.
Bro.
Let me tell you, my brother tried to convert his skateboard into a snowboard.
I'm sure he failed miserably, but
I've got videos. Shout out to 2010, best snow year.
I've seen little kids, man, on a slope killing that shit. I'm like, damn. I'm over here struggling. They're like,
bro. But they so small, bro. Like you can't fall over.
Well, no, I mean, plus they do that on a regular, so they learn that early.
And they also don't have like that fear factor,
right?
You know, but we went snowboarding. I'm like, bro, fuck it. Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So we went snowboard, and surprisingly, bro, we were actually really good. Like we even took a lift and went down the mountain like 5-6 times.
Yeah.
So
jumped off a lift.
Yeah, we were on a bunny slope.
Well, we fell off the lift, but you know, it's cool. We weren't the only ones that was falling though. Like it don't even stop. It just keep going.
It just keeps going. Either you ride the lift or you jump your ass off.
We jumped off. I mean, let's keep it real. This was the first time ever snowboarding.
Right, and
so like we just would fall
down. Like
you can't move your feet.
Right. So you're like. So
I watched YouTube for like 30 minutes the night before, and I'm gonna tell you that was the best video ever. That shit put me through the dough. So I really feel like I'm a snowboarder now because, bro, like we had the official gear, we had everything. Like the pictures look great, we got videos and everything. Like it was fire. Yeah. So after that, I was like, fuck, I gotta live my life. So I went to Houston, and I just came back Tuesday. Houston was lit, and I'm actually going back for graduation May 21st, May 14th.
Oh, can I get invited?
Slide
through. So I'm graduating from Texas A&M. So it's their Corpus Christi location, which is like close to Mexico. But I'm gonna stay in Houston for the week and then just drive down to Corpus Christi for graduation. So we gonna
You ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm good for a trip.
Look, come through. Houston is lit. So after this, I'm going to Nigeria. Yeah,
you need shots to go there.
Well, I mean,
but I'm good. That's where I'm from. Right, you know, I got to see my people. You know, I gotta go home. We were supposed to go back in 2020, but you know, pandemic shut all of that down. So yeah, we're getting ready for that. We're buying land, so we have to coordinate. You know, it's a lot of coordination, so the dates kind of change.
Wealth.
You got to do something, right?
I mean, he is Nigerian.
I am Nigerian. My family lives in Nigeria, so it's not as hard.
I'm just giving you the atlas. I'm guessing you up.
It's not as hard for me. I mean, I can just go straight back to my village, and that's where my people are. So we're trying to buy land, and we're coordinating that now. So I don't have a date, but it's within the next like 12, 13 months that's going to happen. So
that's not a can I go on trip? That's enjoy your time with me.
Okay, so but look though, everybody, so I'm gonna tell you, look, if you know me, everybody's welcome to come to Nigeria. My parents have already said if anybody wants to come, you can come with us. You just gotta buy your own ticket and you need to stay in your hotel on the tourist side. We're gonna stay on the village side, but get your hotel on the tourist side, get your own ticket and hotel, y'all can come with us. Anybody that knows me,
that's like a save up and plan for a trip.
I mean, $3,000 to get you right.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, for like ticket and like hotel.
$3,000 ain't much.
Okay, let's say 4. 3,500.
Like that's like it's not much, but it's like more than my other 2 trips. Garrison, where are you going this year?
Just so far, Boston.
We gonna change that.
I want to go to Vegas. I ain't never been to Vegas.
Me either. And my godparents want to go.
Might go to Philly. See my
that's
uncle.
So different than going to Boston.
See my uncle on my dad's side.
That's nice.
Cause I met my aunt on my dad's side when I went to New York for the first time. So
New York lit. It's dirty out there though.
But Philly's dirtier to me.
I've never been to Philly.
I hate Philly.
Do you?
Yes. But shout out to Philly though. But
I really hope y'all don't listen
bro. I met some Philly
like...
noobs, bro. I met some Philly noobs one time, bro. That was funny because that's what we call them niggas. They're the Philly noobs.
Oh my god.
Like I don't know where they was. I think it was AGP one time or something.
But yeah, I don't have any like. It's crazy because even last year, my first trip or the first time I took vacation was my birthday, which was the beginning of Q2, and I'm thinking like, damn, I should have like, when you realize you're on the trip, like damn, like a quarter year's already gone. So
nah, facts.
But yeah, trips always fun though. Get TSA pre-check if you don't got it. Y'all need to stop bullshitting.
I just signed up for it.
I don't have it yet.
Fuck you.
Because I've been lucking up. I'm waiting for the day TSA's crazy and I'm gonna sign up and go.
Well, with that premium credit card, you get it free.
Yeah. So my American Express allows me to get, I think, $150 off, but I'm waiting for the day I actually need it. I don't want to buy it because like the TSA been light.
You might just get it.
TSA been light, so I travel on Thursday. I'm a Thursday through Monday traveler.
Okay.
So like for me, TSA is never really an issue, and I like to leave 5-6 a.m. and then my return flights are later in the evening. So like I'm pretty good with not being in the thick of TSA.
See, when I first got it and utilized it, man, the general admission line was jumping, but TSA.
Yeah, no, you bro.
Just walk straight through.
They scan your shit differently too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
You don't have to take your shoes off. It's just you just go through the line and it is way easier. And so the reason why I got it too, because I only missed one flight in my life, and that was when I was in Miami, which is the worst airport. I missed my flight, but
yeah, you just gotta go back and listen to that episode.
And then you just gotta, I don't know, with TSA, it's good for 4 years, and it's just when I really utilize it and saw or walked past the general, I'm like, oh shit, this shit lit. So
yeah, my goal is to have it approved for my trip to Aruba through the rest of the year because that's all my fucking trips.
That global entry gonna get you right.
Yeah, so I think if you get global entry, that includes TSA.
Yeah, all that.
Check,
yeah.
So.
Like I'm hoping for Montego Bay. I might be sliding down to a couple of spots in Mexico.
Puerto Vallarta.
Oh.
That's a destination.
I took French.
No, that's Mexico.
That's what I'm saying. I took French, so like being in Mexico is gonna be like a
shot. I speak a little Spanish. My branch is heavy Spanish.
Oh, so all I got for you is uno momento, por favor.
Okay, no, you sound French when you speaking that.
Right.
I hit them with the "Cómo te puedo ayudar?" Yeah. I was like, okay, depósito, retiro, okay. Entra tu tarjeta tarjeta de débito, por favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I be, I kind of speak a little more Spanish than I give myself credit for.
Apparently.
But any last words on this? Any last trips?
What I will tell you is Mardi Gras was lit as shit. And my favorite parade was the Zulu parade, but I also went to the truck parade. And if you're going to go to Mardi Gras, expect a lot of walking. Veronica walked more than 20 miles in 3 days. And if you know Veronica, you know Veronica. That's not what I was expecting, but obviously loved the food. Me and Garrison were texting about the food, and it was amazing.
It was a random gas station.
Oh my God.
And the shrimp fire.
Let me tell you, swear to God, started off, first time we went out for lunch, we went to a Chinese food spot. Best Chinese food I've done ever had. The fried chicken was fire. The place was closed. They only opened for Mardi Gras.
Damn.
Yeah.
The fried chicken was fire. Next day we went out for po' boys. Yeah. Had a turkey neck. Turkey neck. Like, the shit down there is fire.
Yeah, that food was good.
Had catfish and felt like I ain't never had catfish so fresh in my life. And I live in a city that's off of the Mississippi. Like, I live in a city that has fresh catfish. I never had this fresh of catfish.
Yeah, they killed that junk 5 minutes ago.
Correct.
Now their food is fire out there for sure.
Yeah, I definitely
try MOBAs. Like, I know everybody's like beignets. No, definitely put your to-go order in at MOBAs late at night.
I'm not really a fan of beignets.
I like them.
Oh, swear to God, I would have brought back
Cafe Du Monde.
I would have brought back all the beignets if I could have. Yeah, that shit was just closed
but
Wednesday.
Again, I'm not really a sweets person either. So
we want to change that.
Man, that Cafe Du Monde on Bourbon or the one off Bourbon.
They've got other beignets.
I like Cafe Du Monde's coffee.
So it was I think it's called like Metairie or Matari. I think it's like across the bridge from New Orleans. Whatever is like directly
into like East New Orleans. It's still a part of New Orleans.
Whatever's like east of New Orleans. Once you cross that bridge, there's a mall right there. We went to some crazy. It was a seafood spot in the mall. It was like something in Burger Seafood.
We went to a gas station on that part of town. And fire.
I'm telling you, I put that shit on my list. I gotta find it. The best food ever. That shit was banging. Like banging.
Since we're still talking about Mardi Gras, I do want to point out that Bourbon Street is Broadway, but black people. Lower Broadway, but black people.
Well, Broadway is Bourbon Street.
No. Bourbon Street is Lower Broadway, but black people, and you can carry your drink.
Yeah, it's lit out there.
Yeah.
I was not impressed.
But
I fuck with it.
Let's go to the next topic. Let's talk about peer pressure and your morals. So tell me about how y'all handle peer pressure, because for example, let's say we're all college graduates and we meet back up amongst our classmates, and let's say they're really flashy and all that, and let's say you aren't, but it can be kind of pressure when you're amongst people who are. So when that happens, do you stick to your morals, or like, man, I'm cool, like I'm like, that don't faze me? Or do you kind of feel some pressure to be like, damn, am I not doing something because I don't have this flashy thing or that? Like, tell me how y'all respond to different type of groups when it comes and remaining yourself amongst people who aren't necessarily like you.
All right, so I'll go first. For me, I don't care, right? So I'm gonna say two reasons. One, because I grew up being the African, and I was in Memphis. So that's already a huge distinction, right? So, I'm just used to being different. My parents didn't care about style or, name brands or hairstyles or nothing. But so I already have grown thick skin to being different and looking different and not having what others have, right? Number two, I'm financially literate.
Okay.
So, I work at the bank. Let's keep it real. I'm in investment, right? Let's be honest with you. For me, it's about what I can do with my money and how that money helps me. So I don't always necessarily like to wear my money. I don't always necessarily like to show my money, but I know I got it and I know it's working. So, my car right now is pretty decent. It's cash, paid for it. It's paid off. It's good, whatever. But some of my homies got some fly ass cars, V8s, Mustang, all that. Mm-hmm. That doesn't bother me because my money, instead of me paying for premium gas and fucking high ass insurance or all this extra, that money's going into my mutual funds, or it's going into my down payment for my house, or it's going into my emergency. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going other places. I'm spending my money, just not on what you can see. So it doesn't bother me from that perspective.
And speaking of gas too, gas right now is $3.99 for unleaded.
Right, it's getting out of hand right now.
Yeah,
We gotta turn this shit around real quick.
Man, I mean, Biden mentioned access and tap into our reserves, but it's not that easy because we gotta have people to refine it and get action to the system. So
yeah,
unfortunately, with this whole war going on, that's affecting people around the globe because Russia is a huge oil exporter.
Bruh, people with Teslas right now are laughing. Like, real talk. I ain't never wanted a Tesla so bad in my life, bro. Like, it's...
Yeah, but the thing about it, though, they might, I mean, depending on their situation, they still might not be laughing because that monthly payment.
But, no, facts. Have you test driven one?
I haven't.
Bro, go to the dealership. You can sign up for a 30-minute test drive. 30 minutes, they give you the little card. You take it and go.
Straight?
Bro, I got the Model Y, the dual motor sports. It was candy red, black rims. But when I tell you that was the fastest car I've ever been in my life. And it's electric energy. So it's like, there's no transmission to where you gotta like.
So it could just go.
Bro, like it's literally like the second I smashed on the gas, it felt like a roller coaster. Like, you know, them butterflies you get in your stomach? Like, I smashed the gas and it was the sport giant, right? So instant, I took off from 0 to 60 was like 2 seconds or something crazy. Yeah. But then what was like, I got scared, bro. I had to let off the gas. But then the crazy thing about that was from 60 to 100 was the exact same speed. So I'm like, bro, this shit dangerous. It's a nice car, bro, but it's just too plain on the interior for me yet. Like I want them to like refine their processing skills and everything and do it up a little bit more, but
how y'all transition to a car.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We're just talking about peer pressure and all that. So you mentioned, you don't care, and that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, it took years for me to get there, though.
And definitely, it is tough when you're amongst people like that because sometimes you might get to second guess yourself, like, damn, like, do I need a flashy car? Or like, damn, like, do I need to wear like some Gucci, slides or a belt? Or, it's so, once you are secure with yourself, which, like I said, is not an overnight thing, it can be difficult. And me personally, luckily, similar to you, like, I'm pretty financially disciplined, literate.
Oh, that must be nice.
And it's funny because I see things differently now. Like, like, I'm like, okay, you flash, but I'm like, but like, are you in debt, my nigga?
Yeah.
Or
your car payment,
or I'm just thinking like, rent. Dude, that's
your car payment's higher than your credit score.
Yeah, I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, being from Atlanta, it's a lot of pressure to keep up with fashion. Because people used to get roasted. Like that show Atlanta, where it was the episode, it was called FUBU, where the dude, both of them had FUBU jerseys. One of them was real, the other one was fake. And they was like, hey man, one of y'all jerseys is fake. And like, he was scared because his was fake. But luckily his cousin who went to the school, he had influenced people listen to him, and he was like, nah man, his shit real. Trust me. So then other people were roasting the other dude whose jersey was actually real.
Damn.
And then they bullied him so bad where he like committed suicide. But
yikes.
That's crazy. Oh, well, a FUBU jersey?
I feel like I shouldn't even be surprised because you told me this before.
I mean, it's a TV show. Like it's on the popular show Atlanta by Donald Glover. But yeah.
For me, what I will say in my big old age, is that internally seeing other people with shit.
Well, no, you I'm just tilting it.
Seeing other people with shit that I wish I could afford does make me want to work and figure out a way to grind to get that shit.
Yeah.
But externally, I'll be cool as a cucumber, as my granny would say.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna know that shit out loud. But like right now, I'm carrying this Aldo bag, right? Mm-hmm. Swear to God, just minute details different than this YSL bag that I want. Love the bag that I have. Got it for my birthday. Love the individual that gave it to me for my birthday. for several 100,000, like for several hundred more. The YSL bag that I really want.
So is receiving gifts one of your love languages?
Yes.
You see how I avoided answering the question by saying, huh?
But that means that
mean you heard me.
Hummy, yeah, mean you heard him.
Yeah.
And then hummy, yes.
Means, are you asking me or are you asking Chris?
I was looking at you.
Sure. You. First of all, you were talking.
Right, you was talking. I responded directly to you.
This is your conversation right now.
Chris, he's asking you.
What?
Ma'am, you were literally just talking about a bag you just got.
Like you literally finished your sentence, said, and then I said, is receiving gifts a love language to you? And I was looking at you.
Oh, I thought we were looking at Chris.
Why are we?
Well, no,
first of all,
you looking forward.
I'm listening to you.
Right.
Oh,
so just answer the question.
You looked at me and then I looked where you were looking.
The question is for you.
Chris.
The question's for you.
The question is,
you see, master at deflection. I could keep doing that shit.
I think neither one of us are bamboozled right now. You need to answer the question.
Is my love language gift giving? No.
No, I said receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts? No. Does that make me feel loved? No.
Okay.
But is it nice? Is it the way I grew up? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm just thankful that I'm who I am, and you know, I don't care, man. It's like when it comes
when
to
you hear part 2 of my podcast, I think that will be made clear.
When it comes to just material things and all that, bro, I don't look. I'm about efficiency.
Come on, efficiency.
You said do the math,
man. Because I'm thankful. Like I drive a Honda, but every time I walk to my car, I'm like, that's my shit. I like my shit.
Yeah. I'll tell you this.
Like that.
My car paid off. My car paid off. It took me less than 2 years.
I drive my car like it's a Benz. Real talk. Like
it took me less than 2 years to pay my car off, right? Because I had a fairly large down payment. I look at that bitch and be like, people got my car fucked up. They be talking about Kias, but I love my shit.
Hey, so Kia did a phenomenal job at rebranding.
I would tell that.
For sure.
I think
I cannot wait till I get my next fucking car.
I think Hyundai bought Kia, I believe, but like everything at Hyundai. Well, yeah, they merged. So Hyundai and Kia are the same now. So they have the same part numbers. And the reason why I say that. The reason why I say it, no, Hyundai, not Honda. Yeah. So or Hyundai or Hyundai, I don't know how to pronounce it. But the reason why I say that, I buy and sell cars, right? So right now I have a Hyundai Sonata.
What do you not do?
Wait, you sell cars?
Yeah, I do now. Yeah. So if you're looking for a car, get at me. Hey, look, it's tax season right now. We trying to run them bands up.
Oh.
But real talk.
Like Uncle Ruckus.
Hey man, I do anything. So I got a car right now I'm about to sell. It's tax season. We trying to run it up. I'm trying to help a family get a car that they need, right? So I rehabbed it myself. But anyway, the reason why I say that is because like you can buy Kia or Hyundai parts and fix both cars. So yeah, they did a phenomenal job at rebranding, and them new Kias are fine. This
is my second Kia, and I have never had an issue to the point where I had to get parts fixed.
Yeah, them Kias are nice car. I tell you that.
And I did buy this one used, but my next one won't be.
The car. So I'm to like piggyback off what you guys are talking about. In this moment.
We hate the word piggyback.
Okay, was that a Clubhouse?
No, it's just.
It's a totally judging joke, y'all. We'll hear it tomorrow.
Here we go about Clubhouse. So first I want to thank all the moderators, and I followed all the green beans, and I just want to say I want to thank you guys for come on, that shit's
Are y'all still on Clubhouse? Because
I got it. I be listening.
That's like having Snapchat.
Yeah, no, Snapchat had it took the biggest L ever when IG videos came out. I think it was like IG stories or something came out.
Yeah,
Snapchat immediately took an L. But anyway,
and when Rihanna said we ain't fooling with it no more, everybody was like, cool.
I haven't snapped in 5 years. So some girl was like, what's your Snapchat? I'm like, I don't even know. Like I had to update the app to even see it. But anyway, when going back to like the peer pressure thing, I do at some points like, look, I've been pretty efficient, like you would say, for so long. Maybe I do deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's time for me to like step out my comfort zone and buy these Gucci, like this Gucci bag. Or
come on, buy me a Gucci bag.
You know what I'm saying? And when I start looking at how much Gucci bags cost, I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, because Gucci isn't a brand that appreciates. Yeah, or is a brand that appreciates.
But I don't even look at it like
Chanel.
And truth be told,
Louis Vuitton.
I mean,
I don't even look at it like that.
I know the popular brands, but it's certain brands that like, oh, that's a
David You're Mean or some shit.
And then I'm thinking like, what is that? And then they're like, oh man, this shit called so and so.
Yeah, okay. Tony Burke, for example, right? This one woman, she's Israeli. She loved Tony Burke at my job, and I'm like, who is that? In Burke or Birch, I believe. I don't know. She's like Birch. Okay, Tony Birch. Hey, he need to cut us a check for this free promo, by the way. So I'm like, okay, what is this? And she went crazy for it, and I'm like, bruh, that shit look like.
And you said Tory Burch, right?
Tory Burch?
Yeah.
Or whatever, whoever. I don't see what I'm saying. I don't even know.
Yeah, see this thing.
I don't even know. Yeah. Right? And she's like, she went crazy.
It's a brand that has the T.
The little the circle with the little design. Yeah, I'm like,
see, I don't be knowing.
Okay, but I'm looking at your shoes right, and I'm like,
well, so my thing
they
is
just look regular to me.
See, I'm from Nashville, and not just like Nashville. Like, I grew up like going to Green Hills Mall. My first jobs were in Green Hills. Like, so second job ever was across the hall from Tory and Burch.
Okay, so
like,
so you
this brand game is like, it's kind of ingrained in people who are from here.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that we care so much about the brand, but that we can acknowledge brands that have quote unquote wealth behind
I feel
them.
So I think that for you, that's your lane, because for me, my lane is jewelry. Not necessarily the brand.
Let's be clear. Got that too.
I'll buy jewelry.
I don't even wear jewelry.
Like, I wear jewelry. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't have my ears pierced.
I wear jewelry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like accessories. I like that shit. So I would spend my money on jewelry, but it's like name brand. And in Memphis, all you gotta do is have some clean shoes and a crisp white tee. You fresh.
I don't know.
You know
I think it might
maybe
be
back in like 2007.
I'm in a unique.
You gotta have a little style now.
I'm in a unique cross section to where, as a very young child, I was taught my cuts. And so I was a child that was at weddings and be like, oh, sir, you didn't get a princess cut engagement ring. Why'd you marry him? Swear to God.
You would say that?
Swear to God. I was at a wedding. I was at a wedding and said that to a cousin, and my mother, I got the worst whipping for that.
And mind you,
you need your ass whooped saying some bullshit like that.
And this is the same person who had someone propose to her in high school. Did he have did he propose with a diamond cut ring? I'll wait.
It wasn't diamond, but it was a princess cut stone. Because I was
why
very
you say
clear.
Stone?
It was my first stone.
Oh, okay, that's thoughtful. In high school, what you think the nigga got 100 million? What you thought?
That's what I was saying.
What you expect him to have in high school?
That's what I'm saying.
What type of credit? First of all, he can't even have credit.
He was grown, first of all.
How old was he?
Was he under 18?
He was over 18.
How old
was he? 18 and a half?
He was over 18.
Okay, how over?
Okay, I'm sorry, 19.
Was he 19 or 50? I mean, how old was this man?
He was, at the time that he proposed to me, while I was like 15, 16, right before I turned 16, he was 19.
Oh,
okay, so he's 12 months.
Oh, look at y'all getting facts to a story that I've already told on this podcast.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Missed this one.
I'm fucking
I mean,
I'm not even really sorry. I just said that. So anyway. Okay, but look though. No, real talk. Okay, so at 19, realistically, you've had access to 12 months of credit.
I was 16, man. I didn't know better.
It's okay.
Well, so the whole thing that we was getting her about was the fact that you had the audacity to just think,
to be like, oh, it's a princess cut.
What was saying? But you were 16 years old, like
Jim.
But anywho,
no stone, like.
But anywho, long story short, for those listening, if you do have trouble dealing with peer pressure, look, just know, stick to your roots, stick to your morals.
Because if you can't exit the situation.
Yeah, because honestly, if you're around a situation like that, you should do some evaluations and or even talk about it to, because some people don't realize that they're putting pressure on you. Because sometimes, that's real a lot too when you're around people who are real flashy, and I'm like, bro, I'm not like that. Like, why you? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you trying to?
You're doing
be like
lot.
this in front of people, and they think.
You gotta also be mindful about where you're flashy at. Like, I told my best friend that I was like, I didn't bring any real jewelry to New Orleans for Mardi Gras because I was scared.
I mean, but you travel. I don't really travel too much with like high price jewelry.
Right? Like I didn't. Like she was like, "Are you gonna put on your diamonds for dinner?" No, bitch, I didn't bring them.
I didn't know that was a requirement.
Oh well.
Well,
diamonds and dinner. Okay, I missed the memo. Shit, my bad.
D&D.
But I'm gonna have a themed party like that. All right. Yeah.
Diamonds are forever. Just no blood diamonds. That'd be
perfect for us though. Yeah, we might throw our next party. My name that shit. Diamonds and dinner.
Hey, bro, you can't take that shit. If you do, bro,
too late. Too late. You already gave it to him on the podcast.
I see this shit on the pod, man. This was my original idea.
I'm gonna edit that part. I'm just.
I'm gonna be Mariah. Next time I'm on here, I'm gonna be angry about being censored.
Damn.
Whatever.
Just joking.
But but yeah, man, just stick to your morals though, man, because I'm glad I'm at the age or at the position, because it don't have to really do with age too, because it could be older people who are insecure about certain flashy things. But I'm glad I'm at the point where I can detect it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling this. Yeah. Let me just either I say something or I just exit, because
you know what the best part about that is?
What?
Is being able to determine when somebody has a rental car.
Hey,
when you be like, oh, they pulled up in a
I mean,
you see them pull off and you're like, those are rental tags.
The rental I had in Texas, I'm gonna tell you could not tell.
Or
it looked extra regular.
You can just tell. Not real talk,
because the car had weather tech like seats and it was like a Ford.
Yeah, but it's about the actual license plate on the car.
It was just
if we in Tennessee
standard issue.
Like there
were no stickers on the windows. There were no stickers on the front. The car literally. I felt like I was driving somebody's personal car. I'm like, what the fuck?
All you gotta do is just look at the keychain. If it's 2 5s, you're like, yeah, that's rental.
Or if you got that big ass, if you got, the key fob gonna give it away every time.
Hey, you look at the 5, you like,
oh my God.
So you got that big ass wire ring on that bitch. Like
why do you have 2 5s?
Why are you carrying 2 fobs?
You got all your keys.
But with a rental though, it comes like that where it's sometimes both of them on there. I'm like, damn, why? But
real talk, like, why are you giving me both the keys to the car?
I'm telling you this. I would, if I had a rental, I would remove the second fob.
But you might fuck up that damn key, and most cars and rentals now push start and shit. So
right.
But why do rental cars give you all the keys?
The
keys. I think that's a tactic, because if you lose them, you finna bust your head.
Facts.
And think about
all the keys.
And think about running the numbers.
Yeah.
We know niggas gonna lose them keys, but we getting money off keys alone.
And do you know how much it costs to get a replacement key?
Like I'm sure $475 or something crazy.
Mine costs about, and I drive a Honda. Like a key fob with a remote, it costs like $140.
And we talking about brand new.
Yeah, for like a new key. I was like,
we talking about brand new cars times 2 for the 2, and then they gonna charge a reprogramming fee, and then they gonna they gonna tax you on top of that too.
Especially if like you lose a like a luxury car key fob or whatever, and you gotta replace it. Oh yeah, you getting taxation without representation.
No,
I'm gonna keep 100. That's my goal, to be able to afford a luxury car next.
Okay, so
might not get it, but I want to be able to afford that.
Financially, from a luxury car perspective, how much you trying to pay for it?
I'm not trying to pay for one. Did you not listen?
You said you
I want to be able to afford one, but not get it.
You don't want to. Okay, okay. I thought you wanted to purchase one.
So how does that happen?
I want to be able to be like on the lot of a Lexus and be like, oh, I can afford that bitch.
All you need is good credit.
I'm gonna run back to Kia.
All you need is good credit.
I would also say too, a car is probably the worst thing.
Unless I'm married, and then I'm gonna let a husband figure that shit out.
A car is probably the worst thing you can invest in, though. To be honest.
Well, if you buy a car within the first 4 years.
Unless you're getting like an older car, they don't like the appreciation value when you drive off the lot.
But see, that's why you got to get your car that's like 3 or 4 years. Oh, if you get one that's like 3 or 4 years, you can get your car that's 40,000 for maybe like 25.
I got my car about 2-3 years ago now, and it's a 13. I got it used, but it was like it was a rental car, so it didn't have that many miles on it, and so I paid it off in less than 2 years, and I'm happy with the value that it still currently has versus how long I've had the car, but like
Yeah, 1 second. So, breaking news: Visa and Mastercard say they're suspending all transactions and operations in Russia.
See, dang. I'm telling you, these sanctions seem to be attracting the care of these larger corporations in the
bro,
US.
Nobody's trying to go to war. Let's just keep it real, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Anybody trying to really go to war?
Nobody's trying to do that.
At the end of the day, no one wants a nuclear war, which is what World War III would have to be. So if NATO and US, if we all have to get involved, that's what it's going to be.
How much money war creates money, but at the same time, it's going to cost people so much fucking money.
Yeah, but sorry about that, but just
up to date. I love it.
Anything else on peer pressure, morals, things like that?
Don't let other people influence you to affording shit that you can't afford. Don't go in debt because you want to keep up with the Joneses. And that's all Veronica has to say.
Drop the mic. I can't. You got nothing to add to that. This
Look,
well spoken.
I second the motion and
you're here.
Just I'm telling you, listen to that inner voice or that inner feeling. Don't ignore it. If something don't feel right, or just pay attention to your inner what is it called, intuition. And
come on, intuition.
And then when it comes down to a car, guess what? Whether it be a Audi or a Oldsmobile, guess what? They both crank up and go.
Hey, no, one thing I'm gonna tell you, them Oldsmobile, if you get you like a 03 Buick, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm calling. No, and I know that shit sound. I know that shit.
Said 03 Buick.
No, Buick. No, like their rebrand is cool.
No, they no. 03. Them Johns ugly as hell. Or ugly than a motherfucker, but that jump will run forever.
Facts.
Just, I'm telling you, like. And I buy and sell cars. Like, there are certain cars you just never see again because they're not like. By the time they get sold,
himself again.
By the time they're on, no, I'm not even like.
He sells and he buys cars.
Yeah, I do that. But like, it's not even about plugging. It's just like some of these old school cars, like a '96 Impala, bro. One of the best cars made, right? From a like design style, perspective, longevity type of deal. Like those are them cars that if you don't care about the look of it, sometimes, bro, you gonna run that car forever. Mm-hmm. But nowadays it's totally different. Everybody likes.
It's about look.
Everyone cares about that. Yeah.
Keep it 100.
Now, I'm not saying that you need to pull up to the club in your fucking 99 Honda Accord.
In a Uber. No one's gonna give a fuck.
You pull up whatever. But I'm saying your daily driver should be something, whatever.
Something that you
very, 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 very reliable.
I'm thankful I have car security.
Not facts.
To where I don't think twice about if my car gonna crank in the morning. Like I'm telling you, because
that's the important part.
I've worked in low to moderate income areas, and I'm telling you that's an issue for some people.
I'm gonna keep it 100 by the grace of God. I've never actually had that problem, so I can't speak to it.
The only time that happened was my battery died, so I was like, oh shit. And
luckily, that's standard.
And luckily I had insurance. They had the shit towed and whatever. But
you had
nigga, you got your car towed.
You just didn't get your battery.
Oh, you bougie as fuck.
Well, actually,
can we talk about what was his name? Who said that he touched the battery? It's not the game. The other guy. Never mind.
Well, the reason why I had it towed because even with a jump, it still wasn't working.
Oh, that means you need a new battery.
Yeah, but then the next day, when the tow guy came, my friend dropped me off there in my car, and the tow guy showed up. He had a mobile jump kit, and that shit was. And he put the shit on there and the shit.
I'm triggered to ask all the car questions. But you didn't have them test the battery when you guys jumped. Ugh. But no, we're gonna move on.
Well, no, I mean because clearly we tried it, but it didn't work.
But you didn't have the battery.
You probably had some thin cables.
Yeah, I mean we just had regular cables. But even when I
corrosion on the battery.
Well, no, I mean I had the battery since I got the car, and that was 3 years later. So it was time. But last topic, real quick. Who do y'all think takes a bigger risk in marriage, a man or a woman?
I'm gonna say.
I sat back so I could.
You sitting back? I think. I don't know, man. I'll probably say the man. But now let me think about this. Let me think about this. Let me talk. Let me think about this.
So my answer is I think the woman. But why do you think a man?
Let me hold on, because Chris is never afraid to be wrong. So let me think about what I just said.
Oh no, I mean, there's no wrong answer.
No, but there is though sometimes. Yeah, let's be wrong. A lot of niggas are wrong a lot of times.
Well, first of all, before you even say that, how do you feel about a prenup?
I'm okay with it.
And for those who don't know what a prenup is, a prenuptial agreement is a legally binding contract that is signed into effect before marriage. A prenuptial agreement generally dictates how you and your spouse will divide your financial assets and responsibilities, which is money, property, bill payments, debt, etc., in the event of divorce, separation, or death.
Okay, so 2 things.
Oh, wait, or death? Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know it extended to death.
Well, I mean, you're no longer. I mean, your marriage legally is over.
Well, I essentially
until death do us part.
Yeah,
I didn't include death in the prenup.
Legally,
that changes my perception of what I'll do in prenup.
So I think that I'll change my mind to the woman. Takes the bigger risk. We can talk about that, but prenuptials, I have no problem with that. I think that you have to have some shit to have a prenup.
So exactly.
You can't just come and be broke and then say you need to sign a prenup because what are you agreeing to keep?
Yeah. Shout out to Kirsten. She had brought that up too about prenups, but yeah, I mean,
Kirsten.
She's actually my frat brother's cousin. But
or
no.
From TSU?
No. Okay. But
just one know.
So yeah, with a prenup, yeah, it's like you gotta have something because it's a negative stigma, but just like you said, if you don't have the assets, then
what's the point?
You don't have anything to.
What are you dividing? Or divide chips? You're literally not dividing it. There's nothing you're separating. But if I came through with a family business. And my wife, let's just be honest, came from nothing. I'm not saying that I think that we're going to end, but what I have going on goes deeper than just what I own. You know what I'm saying? It carries further. You just never know how things split sometimes. Just be honest. I get it. For marriage, you guys are combining your finances and you become one and all that stuff. But let's just be honest. Your marriage doesn't dictate every other part of your life that sometimes you have obligation to. So I think that it's a good thing if you have something to justify why you're getting one.
Yeah. And, once again, with the prenup, it definitely depends on, because, if I built a very successful business, from the ground up, and let's say I have children, X, Y, and Z, and because it could be a multitude of situations. It can be a blended family. So let's say it's other parties involved. It's you might not want the business go to the other family. You might want to keep it in your family, X, Y, and Z. So, it's reason for everything. I mean, hell, we get insurance for stuff, right? Why can't people get insurance for marriage?
Why don't we insure our lives?
Well,
why do we get more insurance for our phones and our homes and our cars than our body?
I got life insurance.
I do. I got multiple.
Definitely. Yeah.
But
gotta have that.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand. I say it's more of a risk for women because, well, for one, their lives really change.
Oh yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
Once I started thinking about the children,
that's
name, what made me change my mind.
The name.
A lot of women these days are changing their name.
And technically you don't have to, but a lot of women do.
Yeah,
and
it's the children part for me though, bro.
Yeah. So imagine we get married. Your name changes. Then you birth children.
Three of them.
And then you can't walk away from that.
The woman can for sure not.
And granted, that is the husband's child as well, but
the woman bore that child. They were connected from umbilical. That bond is different.
So yeah, in the event of a divorce, it's the woman does take on a big risk because they can't come back from it.
Yeah. I think that men also. I think that. Well, not women. Man, let's stay on top with women. I don't know, man. I guess it just depends on how you structure your marriage. Now, I'm not married, so what I'm saying.
Yeah, disclaimer. We're not married, but we're just kind of speculating, and
it could definitely be wrong for sure on my part. Yeah. But I just feel like,
and plus, I don't know. Just imagine if it was flipped. Let's say we married a woman. Imagine we had to take their name. Imagine we had to birth children. That's a lot to take on,
But I also see why, if I'm gonna do all that, why the woman wouldn't want a prenup.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? Like, if I'm finna take your name and have all your children and raise your little niggas with your name and your last name, why would you then have a plan to separate your finances in the event of us not working out?
Yeah, and plus,
I get that.
Oh, and this is another topic as well, but let's say it is like a junior, and like, it doesn't really work out, and then now you got the child the same name as a person you're not really fond of. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That can be like a psychological thing as well,
Not for sure.
So, yeah, I definitely think women take on the bigger risk, for sure.
I agree.
Because, hell, men be having 2 different families, 3 families sometimes.
You can, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you could have a kid with 3, 4. You could have 4 children by 4 women.
Yeah.
And that's not as stigmatized as if a woman had 4 kids with 4 men.
Yeah. Veronica, what are your thoughts? You over there?
She was quiet.
Stewing.
She rocking back and forth.
She over there stewing.
Look, I'm turn my mic off. Let her talk.
I'm not. I've been known to be an over talker, so I want to give you guys the opportunity to get your thoughts and your opinions off. What I will say is that I disagree with you guys in regards to the prenup, but in regards of who's taking a bigger risk, it is stereotypically, to be exact, the woman, because she's expected to take your name, to integrate into your life more than men integrate into women's lives.
I agree. Yeah.
So I think stereotypically, like, if I were to get married tomorrow, I would be expected to leave home and everything that I've cultivated and put into my home to be in a man's home.
And be trained to be a good wife.
Well, I mean, that was from birth. Shit. How'd you get me to say that?
I didn't.
Trying to be a good wife.
That kind of sucks because, like, men aren't really trained to be
good husbands. Hell no, bro. Niggas be winging it and be like, I never, bro. And then look, this what the man will say. I didn't have a positive influence in my life.
Where were you 2 weeks ago, Chris?
Where were
you 2 weeks ago?
In Houston.
2 weeks ago or last
2 weeks?
week?
I was in Houston for like 6 days.
Yeah, damn near 2 weeks ago.
I mean, where were you 2 weeks ago when we were having this conversation about women? Oh, Bob. Hold on, let me
popping bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 weeks ago, what happened?
All right, so what? Yeah, good. Get to it.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago we were having a conversation about shit. I don't remember now.
I mean, fathers.
Not being like
no, we were talking about the Disney. Thank you for saying fathers because it made me think of it. Oh. The Disney effect, and how women are trained with this expectation of marriage being a given for women.
Yeah,
and that not necessarily being true.
Y'all are dreamers from Disney and all this princess shit and Happily Ever After and Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella and Snow White and everything else. All these shows came with a happily ever after, and it was always the woman like, "Oh, save me," and some man came through like, "Here, I'll save you." And like,
I mean, even when you get the Princess and the Frog, she's not necessarily saved. She saves him, but she's married at the end.
Yeah, but it's always been set to where it's like, okay, it's gonna work out.
Correct. And each woman is guaranteed a marriage
at the end
if she acts right or if she follows X example.
But let's even look about generationally.
I was just about to say that it's kind of,
and that's where I start talking about. Remember when I was saying primitive? We're talking.
We can even go as far as to talk about our hunting grounds, quote unquote. Right? Yeah. Y'all can't see me, but all of that was in quotes. Hunting through grounds. And most women find their husbands in college.
Yeah.
And if you went to an HBCU such as Tennessee State University, when I first stepped foot on campus, women were 10-1 ratio with men. How am I expected to find a husband there? Right. So clearly that's not a realistic expectation that you're given freshman year. But like,
It's real tough.
Yeah, and we're not too far removed from just because I got killed on that pod where I said people just started recently getting married for love, and
did you?
They did, because apparently I found out that day that the whole room was against marriage, and we just came from and we just came from a wedding. I was like, what the hell? But like nowadays, it's like, look, I love you, and because love just ain't gonna be the only thing that you marry for. You want to marry for stability. Whether it be better
partnership.
Life. Yeah, just like it's more to it.
Yeah, love's not enough for a marriage.
Right.
It's just not. It's not even enough for a relationship.
Correct.
It's not even enough for a friendship. It's not enough for anything, to be honest.
Well, for a friendship, that might work for so long.
That's not enough.
Yeah, it don't work so long.
At the end of the day, I might love you, but you're a bad friend.
Yeah.
You're not adding anything to my life. If I desire to be better and you're not, I love you, but I can't really be friends with you. I can love you from a distance.
Okay, Chris.
Let's keep it real.
We don't be friends after this.
Let's be honest.
Oftentimes, look, friends grow apart, and we know that.
Correct.
So that's
usually with space.
That's a common story, and then when you link back up with them, and you realize what they own, you're like, you know what, we're just not on the same level no more.
No, for sure.
So let me just, love you, but it just can't be like that.
Gotta go.
But to answer the question, I do think women, in general, do have to risk more of their lifestyle, of their
lifestyle, absolutely.
Well, but
their person, to be honest.
Well,
because most men are expecting you to take care of home, regardless of if you also have a job or not.
Not true. And I say that because if you have the conversation before you get to the actual marriage, you're gonna know. Now, of course, the niggas be lying. And women do too, but at the same time, for the most part, all right, hold on, that's the fourth time. So
you got
Kobe.
You got the new strain, you got the Russian strain.
I just want to be clear. Like the last two coughs were artificial. I didn't actually they were forced.
Nah, them hoes are coughs.
No, but
it isn't a cough. It's a dramatic noise.
Okay, we'll take that. But I think that there's not enough front-loaded conversations these days. I think that we just hope and want because everything seems good, and like the fear of ruining it in this one moment because this is something that's very important takes over in the moment where it's like, okay, I really want to know about your finances, or I really want to see how are you going to be about as a husband, or what is your view about life with 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like these are these conversations that we just, I think it's going to work. We got to have them conversations.
Yeah,
and not in just a fly-by type of deal. Like we got to sit down, and if this is your person that you're considering life with, these things need to be at least be addressed. And it can still change, but you need to be on the same page about something to even know if y'all are headed in the right direction.
Yeah, and I said this a little while ago, but you got to take people at face value.
They're not gonna change. You're marrying that person. That's how it is.
Let me. I know he's iffy or she's iffy now, but hopefully she gets better later. No, you gotta.
I just left a relationship like that, man. She was so bad with money. Oh, and I'm the financial. Well, I can't say guru, but I'm really good with money.
I understand. And I was like, you know what? My ex was like that.
I said I'll teach her, right? I said I'll teach her about it, and it sounded good when we was in that the really early stages because she was listening, eating it all up. After a year or so, we got comfortable. She didn't want to hear that shit, right? And for me, I still tried. Another year later, all right, I'm done with it because Veronica got something to say. But 2 years into the relationship, I'm like, bruh, she's the same way that she was when I met her, but I had hopes.
No type of improvement.
Bruh.
Failure.
It actually got worse.
Sheesh.
But
not the decline.
It was. So the reason why I say it was a decline because there was no elevation. You're stagnant for 2 years, that's a decline. Because it's just like inflation with your money.
Well, really, it's like stagflation, which is a rare combination of that's rising prices and rising unemployment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. All right, so Veronica say that and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah.
Because you over there doing
ham. Am I?
You are.
Am I doing the most?
Because you're ready to say. You ready to talk.
I'm just refraining from speaking over people. Go
ahead.
Chris, I'm going to explicitly talk to you.
All right. Let me pay attention.
So, was going to be who she was. She showed you who she was, and you did not believe her. That's all I'm going to say.
I accept that. But that's also for man and woman, because at the same time.
Well, no. Let's be clear.
That happens a lot.
Women are the people or the gender that's accused of believing someone for potential or the ability to change than men are.
I agree.
We're talking about who takes a bigger risk. Most of the time, women have this vision for your life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to use us as an example. Say you and I were to get together. Yeah. I have a vision of who you will be and what you will become and what you will achieve.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you achieve those things, I'm making this agreement to tie my life to yours.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully you see the greatness in me as well.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, at the end of the day, I can control my greatness. I know you not doing shit ain't gonna stop me from doing the shit that I need to do.
And I agree with you as the man in that relationship, because I'm a dominant male. I'm not even gonna talk about like I'm not even gonna say like, oh, I'm an alpha, all that bullshit. But let's just keep it real. Like, in my relationship, I'm the dominant figure of our relationship. So like the way that I think and the way I maneuver, it's like, look, this is something that she's not good at, and literally I get paid to do this. This isn't like,
okay, I wasn't explicitly talking about finance.
Yeah, no, but okay, but let's just be even in things that you're great at, right? Something that you excel in. You have a vision for your life and how that person can add to it, correct? If you're great at it, your vision looks different than how that person can see it. So you want to instill to them what you see in them, right? But if they're not willing to at least open their eyes to see your vision, it won't work. And for me, the same way how women are like, oh, I can change him. I had that same thought. Maybe I could just get her to teach, because she was willing to learn at first. But when the shit got real, it didn't happen. And that moment, that's when everybody, man or woman, you got to be real. It's time to go.
Okay, so let's be clear before we end this shit. Behaviors change. Characteristics do not. And I think in dating, we often fall in love with characteristics and mistake them for behaviors.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like you have a tendency to be late. I'm going to define that as a behavior. You can change your behavior in 21 days.
Okay.
Nah. That's a characteristic trait. I'm a late ass individual. You tell me one time, I'm thinking 15 minutes beyond that time. That's a characteristic trait.
Yeah.
Well, and also too, I feel like people who are late.
People who are habitually late. Because there's a difference between just running late.
I'm situationally late.
Yeah. But I do feel that if it's important, you will make sure that you're
correct.
That's my opinion.
Unless they are someone who is habitually late to everything.
Yeah.
Like I think our parents called it running on PC time.
Yeah.
Or CP time.
CP time. And look,
depending on where you were.
I'm African, so like we run on a totally different time system. Like we're so fucking late to shit. It's just not even funny. So I make a point to be on time.
See, my mother raised me to be on time or slightly early.
Nah, we didn't do that.
And because I was always early to shit, like I'd be like, nope, everybody be running on late. It
can't be frustrating as the person who's on time, but like kind of back to our other conversation with like peer pressure and all that. Like nothing's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like nothing's wrong with you.
Correct.
It's just that everyone else is late. So don't feel bad for doing the right thing.
You are not the abnorm. Everyone else.
But at the same time, I think that if somebody's that important to you, to where you're willing to share their life with you, you gotta make amends. Like I might be one way for myself, but in a relationship, I don't have to change myself.
Especially if you tell the person that it bothers you.
Yeah, bro. Like you just have to bend, and I think that a lot of people these days are just not willing to do that. And I think that's where the problem comes in. People say that they're willing to compromise, but they really don't understand how to do that. Like compromise isn't just when we're fighting. Like shit could be great, and you might still have to work on something. And that's where people feel like the issues are when we fight. No. it's every day. How are you maneuvering to where your life works better? So, you know, this shit is,
okay, Chris.
Yeah, you know, it's different these days, man. I don't know. I was in a relationship for years, and I thought that it was gonna go somewhere, and it didn't. But I'm not salty about it because now I know exactly.
Did you see
what I'm willing to do and not?
How long?
Did you see the red flag?
Well, no, I'm saying how long did you see the writing on the wall? Just curious.
I'm gonna be real with you. This was the first time I was in love, so okay. I saw the writing on the wall
from the beginning, and you didn't.
I'm gonna be real. It was very early, but I was okay with trying.
Can I quote Garrison?
Go ahead.
I mean, it's G Talk, so can I just go ahead and quote you, Garrison?
What was that about?
The writing was on the wall
the whole time,
and you ignored it.
And because I was,
you know why? Because love.
Love make you do some stupid ass shit.
Changes.
No, I'm telling you, like that was the first time I felt like, damn, I'm in love with it. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
it's cute, but like that's
as a female, I really want to give you like my empathy and my sympathy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was cute.
Yeah, that's cute, but like that shit.
I've spent too much time hearing from Garrison. This is G Talk.
Yeah,
the writing was on the wall.
No, but real talk though. Real talk. I mean, it's cute, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when I look back on it, because like my emotions are removed now. Yeah, that shit was right there. So you can't make the excuse just for that strong like before it becomes love. You cannot do that.
Which is, you know, why?
But can you not?
Because you're gonna get stuck.
Because a part of decision making is a totality of being a whole person, and being a whole person is not just intellectually acknowledging, "Hey, I saw you do X," but really. Clearly, because you did X, Y is the truth.
Well, you nitpicking at that point.
That's why.
But being a whole person is intellectually smart as well as emotionally aware.
For sure.
But also too, people's emotional intelligence isn't the same as their intellectual.
That's very true. And that was a thing.
Because we're breeded. To be honest, we go through school to be breeded at an academic level where we intellectually know something that our emotional level hasn't caught up to.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I do not care about your academic level.
But don't you?
No, I don't. I could be with a woman that didn't graduate college because I don't give a damn, because your emotional intelligence is what's gonna carry you in your life. Academically, man, that shit don't mean nothing except when you're looking to get a job, when you're looking to set yourself apart from something. But in real life, I don't care, and it doesn't really matter.
Chris, you better be better than the rest of us.
But see, that's the thing, though. It's not about the academic levels as long as you carry your weight. I'm not saying I'm gonna love her regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll love you regardless of your academic level, but if you're not emotionally intelligent or you don't have that range, we can go high and low. I can't be with you, because then what do you have besides a nerd that you really don't like?
And which is why
I feel like I was just called a nerd that people don't really do.
Which is why I recommend outside counsel as well. You know, that's why you need counselors, or sometimes it is good to hear from the single person because their emotions are out of it.
Yeah.
And they're literally just, you know, based off what you told them, all right, have you noticed she did that? Or, you know, they're just telling you what it is.
I think people should go to therapy, right? I've been in therapy for the last 6 years, right? And I've talked to women, I've talked to men. My current individual therapist is a black man. My family therapist is a black woman. And the questions that I get asked hit so hard at this point, I can't point the finger no more. Right? So now I gotta look into myself and damn, okay, I think I actually am part of the problem with what I'm complaining about. You know what I'm saying? And then when I realized that, I ain't mad no more. But then I also got to apologize because I was tripping because I thought she was the problem, right? But at the same time, women have to do that as well. But it's sometimes, like Garrison said, it takes an outside perspective to highlight or ask the right questions to get you to admit that shit your damn self. But if you're not afraid to be wrong, bro, you're not going to get it. You're not going to do it. So that's my little soapbox, man. Go to therapy, man.
Come on, soapbox.
Real talk. You have to go to therapy because we hold it in.
I'm gonna be honest. I do second that soapbox. So
yeah,
it's important.
Go to therapy.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna make it a point to do that this year. Seriously.
Oh,
hey, real talk. And now it's easier. I might
have a couple of codes for you, friend.
Bro, now it's easier because they take insurance now. Like therapy has been integrated. Like it's cheaper. You can pay copay. You can get that on a regular schedule.
Sidebar. I'm just gonna.
Some of them are expensive.
One of my best friends is an attorney. If you work at a job and your job offers you therapy, you might want to think about privately paying for that therapy, because when you use your work insurance to pay for therapy, your job can have access to some of that information. All of that information that you speak about in therapy is not necessarily considered private. So if you're going to use your private insurance to pay for therapy, make sure you read all of the disclosures.
Fine print. Y'all know I'm big on fine print. That's what, when I was on here last time.
Fine print. He said fine print. I said the real word. I'm sorry, y'all. I work for the state.
No, but look, it's a disclosure, but it's fine print. That shit.
Yes, correct. Your disclosures will be in fine print. The heading of the disclosure will be in bold. The rest of it will be in fine print.
And now I was on the podcast last time. That's what we were talking about, contractual wording. Really make sure read page 5.
Oh yeah.
Also, be okay with paying for fucking therapy.
Yeah, I was messing with Chris because if I was getting paid $1 every time Chris said legally.
Oh, bro.
This nigga said legally like 100 times.
Okay, look. Disclaimer, legally? Because I'm back now.
Disclaimer?
No, real talk. Y'all niggas had me drunk as hell. We pulled up. It was a vibe. No. I intentionally was only drinking champagne today.
We didn't get you drunk.
Nah, because everybody came through.
I feel some type of way.
I feel great.
We gonna end the podcast.
No. Look,
Garrison gonna let us give all of our socials.
No, look, I feel great right now. You know what I'm saying? But champagne is a totally different vibe. We was busting down straight tequila shots last time.
Right.
And then we were talking for about 2 hours, and then it was what, 7-8 people in the room.
Yeah,
it was a vibe. I was throwed. So legally was my favorite word, right?
Yeah. Because by that time I think Chris was ripped.
I was legally.
Legally.
And look, and
I asked to be from Memphis.
Hey, no, I operate within the legalities of life, though.
Good look, because I think Kiera was saying something. He was like, "Yeah, but legally." That shit was so funny, bro.
Hey, bro.
And it was funny because he was so serious. He was like, "Legally."
You know what?
Look, I had to sleep at your spot before I could drive home too.
Garrison just said it in the phrase that I'm like, "Oh shit." I remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember texting my friends in our group chat and be like, before y'all listen, take a drink every time the word legally is used.
Hey, look, you're welcome. It was a drinking game. I forgot to say that during the podcast. Right. Yeah.
But anywho, this one a little bit longer. I guess this makes up for not having one last week. So y'all enjoy this. We're gonna end with our social media. Go ahead.
Bakari's tweet. That's how I found out there wasn't a new episode.
Yeah. Social media.
Oh, you guys can follow me at Veronica Lynn _ on Twitter. In my podcast, which Garrison has been on several episodes, is Totally Judging. Y'all can find that with Googling.
Alright. It's your boy Chris Imagwe. Actually, that's my
IG. Is that how you pronounce the last name?
Chris.
Why have a flashlight when your phone rings?
Right.
Why the fuck do you say it every time?
Matter of fact, I seen that on Twitter. It said, "Yo, if you got a flashlight when you get a text, you just need to stop."
Hey, not that you interrupted me tagging and plugging.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. Go ahead. Hey, I've turned the volume down on my FaceTime call.
Like I said, Chris Imagwe. Follow me on IG, Chris.Imagwe, EMEAGWAI. Twitter, Young Africa with 2 A's.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. It's officially asking for gas money season again. So
correct.
Because nigga, shit is $4 though. But
high as fuck.
Man, look, I drive a Honda. This shit probably cost me like $60 to fill up.
But, oh my god.
Hell, it cost me $45 when shit was lower.
Oh my god.
I got 14 gallons. But anywho, until next time, we out. Peace.
When it's about time to pay, I'ma bill on these bitches. What you think we in the neighborhood for? Standing at the corner store with a pocket full of dough. I be damned if a nigga wipe a hood, ho. Learned that from UGK back